a nice long list of Sudfeld and then a little bit of Brock Purdy, but not much. I mean, I'm probably expecting a lot of our guys to be able to do different things and show us something. See what we got in some of these backup receivers and see if they're really worth keeping or if they can do what they need to do. Probably a lot of TDP, a lot of Jordan Mason, um, because Elijah's still out, and I believe Sermon will deal with an ankle injury, so that might shut him down pretty much for the rest of the season. And we still ain't seen Jeff Wilson Jr. So hopefully, get to see the backups, see what we got in those guys. Things look good there, so worked out well.
What's going on, JV? How's it going? Corey,
JV.
once again, what's up? Yeah, I mean, do you think we'll see Burford again out there? I mean, he's been killing it, especially in last week's preseason game. I'm kind of excited that he might be the new starting right guard.
Yeah,
What's your take
Burford.
on that?
I think Burford's definitely going to be out there, and I think that he's
Mm,
locked down that job. See, here's the thing: as much as I wanted things to happen, it worked out in my favor because several things went on. Kyle Shanahan finally named Trey Lance the starter. That
mhm,
made me happy, and then to
mhm.
see Spencer Burford thrive at right guard, that's a great thing. And then you know what else happened? There is no competition about the center position. You know why? Because Daniel Brunskill can't play. He's hurt, knee tendonitis. So with those continued problems
Yeah,
that he has, that tells me there is no competition. Because who else are you gonna put at center? Donovan West ain't finna come in and beat out Jake Brendel, who's been in the system for several years,
mhm.
and he has a rapport built with Trey Lance. The only person that possibly could have given him any problems would have been Daniel Brunskill. And we all know Brunskill was ass at center in 2020, so we don't want to see that again. But for me, yeah, man, I think Burford's out there. I think he's going to play a great job. What's going on, JV? Nothing but love to you, baby.
Yeah.
And I think that what happens is we see uh, we see probably
What's up, bud?
a heavy dose of Justice School or possibly Jalen Moore at right tackle because I don't think they're going to play McGlinchey at all. 49ers throwback. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Fern?
What up, man? I mean,
I'm going to
isn't
drop out and come back in real quick. Give me a sec.
Okay, go ahead, Christian.
I was gonna say, isn't Banks doing pretty well too? Everybody's all worried about him last season, and he's doing pretty well this season, right?
Yep, yep, I agree. What I'm also seeing too is we're gonna see more Aaron Banks, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you think I don't know, like I feel like McGlinchey is. Uh, hey Dion, was McGlinchey out there this week in the joint practices at all? I didn't really see anything on him at all, but I wasn't sure.
Hasn't he? Has he not been playing yet? He didn't play last week, huh?
I know he didn't play against the Packers at all last week, but
Is he still coming off the injury then?
yeah, he's taking it slowly but surely.
How's Moore? Is Moore healthy yet?
Um,
I haven't checked because I know he got hurt.
I haven't. Let me see here. I haven't really gotten to look the past couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I think he should be okay now. I don't think he's having any issues anymore. Um, but also too is hold on, I'm telling John uh, to join if he wants to. But no, so I don't know, man. Like from the looks of what Steph from 49 Carrots podcast and Jason Ponte and everybody, it seems like everybody um was looking good in practice and everything like that. What happened?
Oh man, I had to switch. I had to switch to my laptop, man. The computer is on one right now, so I'll leave it
Okay.
alone for a minute, and then I'll get back with it and mess with it in a second.
All right. No, I was gonna ask you, have you heard any update on Moore and McGlinchey at all? with their injuries?
As far as Mike McGlinchey, I do not believe I don't believe he's going to play. I do believe Mike McGlinchey winds up in a situation where he's just out this week, just due to a precaution. As far as that's concerned, I haven't heard any updates on Moore though, and none of the people interviewing the team have asked much about him anyway. So Moore is a question mark, along with the fact that. Definitely right now, I think that we're going to have to figure out exactly what we're doing at right tackle. And honestly, it looks like Justin School is the next guy up. And I know he didn't play very well the last game, so we can see what happens. But I don't know.
Well, because Moore's supposed to fill in if McGlinchey's still hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moore was there, but I think he had gotten injured as well. And no one has said anything necessarily about his injury. So
this offensive line is going to be scary suspect all season.
Yeah, the issue is we have to gel. Then that's what people forget. Like, we have to gel as an offensive line. We're not just walking in, just thinking that that's the case. It doesn't work out like that. Like, we have to have a situation where we are – what's going on, Roy Boy? We have to have a situation where we gel properly, we understand our keys, and everybody is working in unison as one. Yep. So starting offensive line looks to be Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Brendel, Spencer Burford, and hopefully McGlinchey if he's healthy. If not McGlinchey, then most likely Jalen Moore will probably start at right tackle once he's healthy, but that's a toss-up. We have to see what happens.
I hate all the questions at the offensive line. That's why I was so beating the table for us to re-sign Tomlinson.
Yeah, Lakin, man, that's going to be a big miss.
Because we would have had a shored up left side of the line. Like, that's what I don't get. It's like, your left side would have been good to go, and then you just fix the right side. But, they didn't want to pay him, and we should have fucking paid him because we could have.
Yeah, because I think he went to where? Cincinnati?
I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, Joe Burrow got an upgraded offensive line. Yeah. Completely. Like, dude, they're gonna the dude was scary when he wound up, being with the shit offensive line. You put a real line in front of Joe Burrow, you think he's not going to, destroy teams? He's going to kill. He's going to kill out there.
They went out and signed the best left guard in football.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we had the best left tackle and the best left guard in football last year.
I mean, the best guard in football is Quentin Nelson.
Yeah. Well, Quentin's a right guard, right?
He's a right guard.
That's why I said left guard, not just guard.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Quentin Nelson is a freaking beast.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. So I do want to touch on something real quick. So I didn't notice that there were stipulations in the Deshaun Watson situation. And it's just real quick because his suspension is 11 games, is a $5 million fine. On top of that, the Cleveland Browns and the NFL are donating $1 million apiece. So that's $2 million extra to women's rights groups and all that stuff and everything like that. So he also has to undergo psychological testing therapy. And all kinds of stuff.
Therapy.
Just like therapy. Therapy to go ahead and meet the criteria that they've given him for a suspension. I didn't know all this stuff was in there.
Has to have an approved therapist by the team. There has to be a possible.
It's third party.
Member of the team has to be in the massage room, possibly too.
That's crazy though. But I really thought it was going to be a year.
It was going to be, but the NFL didn't want to drag it out. They knew that they were going to fight it until the end, and the fact that they got him to accept 11 games and not fight it, I think that's why. I think the NFL – I'm surprised they didn't fight it anyway, but I think the only reason they didn't is because they didn't want to have to deal with the taking it to the Supreme Court and all the nonsense, and then I think they just were happy to settle because it was going to be a big old thing if they didn't.
Yeah, true. Just real quick, I just want to say a happy early birthday to Roy Boy. So happy birthday to you, buddy. And I hope.
Oh yeah, man. Happy birthday to you, man. Continue to keep thriving, young blood. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely it's crazy because when you think about it, man, like it was a task to get this offensive line where it currently is. And the weird thing is, you haven't seen the starting offensive line play together. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Trip don't play
true.
in preseason games because why? Why would you do that? Why would you risk an injury? You know. But the other thing is, man, these practices. That first day, it seemed like the Vikings seemed to be on a upward swing, and the next day, the defensive line just starts to destroy any hope of Kirk Cousins even throwing the ball.
I heard, I don't know if it was yesterday or the first day, that the Niners defense got like 5 sacks on Kirk Cousins, basically.
They were basically 5 sacks, and like
both was all over the place.
Oh my God,
crazy,
like,
man!
I'm telling you right now, like here's the thing. A lot of people don't like when I say Kirk Cousins is trash. I say Kirk Cousins is trash strictly based on the fact that Kirk Cousins is never going to win the Super Bowl. Kirk Cousins is a good regular season quarterback. He's not even a great regular season quarterback. He's a good regular
numbers
season.
Say otherwise, though.
His numbers, yeah, but I'm saying, like, okay, how many?
His number says he's one of the best in the league.
Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna put a name out here, and do with it what you will. Dan Marino was fantastic.
He's one of the top 3 greatest throwers of the football.
I fucking can't with Joey, dude.
Joey, you knew he was coming with the shit, man. You knew Joey was coming with the shit.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, personally, I look at it like this. There are difference between Kirk Cousins and Dan Marino. Dan Marino was in a class of superior QB talent.
That's one of the best arm talents.
That's like one of the best arm talent drafts. I think it was him, Elway, Montana. There's like a bunch of people in that fucking draft. But here's my thing. You can have all the stats in the world that says you're a top tier quarterback. But if you don't win in the playoffs when it counts, all of that means nothing. This is why I tell people I believe Kirk Cousins is trash. Because he doesn't win in the playoffs. And you know what I get in return? Oh, well, this defense isn't fantastic. If Kirk Cousins is so fucking good, why won't he go ahead and uplift his team? Tom Brady ain't had the best defenses every fucking year.
Yeah.
He wins some, he lost some. That man has been to what? 9 Super Bowls? And he's won 7? You don't hear him bitching about a fucking defense. If his defense doesn't do it, he goes out there and makes it happen.
He's had some top fucking defenses most of his career, Deon. So
he has, but I'm not.
Bill Belichick coaching that defense too.
I don't care what nobody says. To me, Kirk Cousins pads his stats. He looks good, and he gets paid. I'm not gonna knock his hustle. I'm just telling you, you don't win in the playoffs, so that means that you don't get. I don't find you to be a great quarterback. Win in the playoffs, and don't. And my thing is, don't give up excuses. Don't be like, oh, his defense sucks, so he couldn't win. I don't give a fuck. You think Eli Manning? Okay, let me tell you something. Do you think Eli Manning was fantastic? The man has a 500 record overall. But I tell you this, he got 2 Super Bowl rings.
He's got that clutch gene.
And he beat Tom Brady to get him.
He's a clutch, dude. He has some of the
most. No one can tell me nothing about Eli. I'll tell you the same thing. See, Eli and Peyton were 2 polar opposites. Peyton was the greatest regular season quarterback ever. You knew after his second season, because his first season was ass, he was like 4-11. You knew you were going to the playoffs every fucking year with Peyton Manning. That was a guarantee. You knew it.
Yeah,
there wasn't no guarantee you was going to win them playoff games, but you for damn sure knew you were going. With Eli, you didn't know if he was going to the goddamn playoffs. But the 2 times he got into that motherfucker, he came out with Super Bowl rings.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins has been in the playoffs how many times to come up with nothing? I'm sorry. I don't find him to be a great quarterback. Just because numbers and stats say so doesn't mean shit. Can you win in the playoffs? No. Then sorry. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
And I don't give. I mean, think about it like this. Well, everyone gives him credit for his stats. Look at what Jimmy Garoppolo did. He didn't do shit in the playoffs. He just rolled the run game, defense, and special teams. And that man has a 4-2 record in the playoffs that don't belong to him.
Yo,
outside of the losses.
Can I just say, Dr. Disrespect has a better arm than Jimmy Garoppolo?
You see, he had a fucking cannon.
Yeah, he did.
He had a cannon. I was like, what? This is insane. This dude has a serious cannon. So John B says, Ayuk out there complaining about joint practices, and God knows I love Ayuk, but why can't he just keep some shit to himself? Kittle claims he likes them better than preseason games. He believes this is the reason why he couldn't keep that shit to himself, John, because it was boring. Why would you give a fuck? I know I wouldn't care. If I go into and then at the same time he's not getting targeted, he's probably barely on the field. Mm-hmm. So I just went to Minnesota for nothing. We got out here early to do joint practices and I ain't doing shit. I'd say it's boring too. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's that I don't think I'll tell you right now, Kyle ain't putting Ayuk back nowhere near that doghouse. Nowhere near it.
He's gonna be so good.
Yeah, if he does that, Kyle is dumb for that.
Dude, that's
you hinder your offense when you do that.
You know,
like the whole Ayuk is the connection with he has with Trey Lance. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Traditional number one.
He's going to go off, flat out. He is really going to blossom and turn into a star. And in this game, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be backups. Devo ain't dressing. You ain't gonna see Ayuk on the field. I'm telling you, it's gonna be mainly backups. And the beauty of watching this game for us, because we're actual Niner fans, we're fanatics. We actually watch the games. I will tell you this: the beauty of this game for us is being able to see what we have in these backups. Yep. So we know, okay, if so and so goes down, we're all right. If think about it like this. Imagine if Jason Verrett is ready for the season, but Emmanuel Mosley can't go. I'm all right with Jason Verrett and Charvarius Ward on the outside and Samuel Womack III in the slot. I think I'm okay. Because if you think about it, look at Womack. Look at his interceptions. His interceptions were not opportunistic. They didn't come by chance. They came by being a baller. He snatched the ball on the first interception, and the second interception, he just ran the route. If you do that, you will have multiple picks every year. So when you look at what we put out there right now, I'm telling you, we most likely probably going to start. I know they had God, I cannot remember this dude's name, but they had Diamador Lenore, and they had another dude out there instead of Ambry Thomas, because Ambry Thomas was getting baked.
I was just going to say that. I heard he was getting smoked.
Justin Jefferson was out there just cooking his ass.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we all know how that works, but they had another guy. Why can't I remember this dude? Because he's new. Like, I don't even know what the hell this dude is. And I heard we got Quantrez Knight playing safety. He's playing a little safety. He played a little nickel. So I think what they do is take the practices with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Why? Because everyone is basically trying to figure out who's the next guy up. That's all they're doing. Our preseason games and these practices are all about next man up. Who's it going to be? What can they do? How are they going to look? Should they make the team? Because I thought when we signed Robert Kendichi that was a camp body, and look at him, already cut. That sucks that we lost Josh Hokett. It really does, because I really believed in that kid, man, and I thought he had the skills to be like the next Juice. But now he's in fucking Seattle telling them all our secrets.
Yeah, I saw that shit too.
That pissed me off, but I mean, it's to be expected. We all did. The NFC West rotates.
To be fair, Seattle's a dumpster fire, so.
Oh, did you see the way they played yesterday?
But still, he's got a full working knowledge of the offense, man. He had a playbook.
Yeah,
I don't care how much you switch shit up. He had a playbook. So that gives you a leg up on your competition. I'm gonna tell you right now, if me and you are on a team and I get cut, but then I go to Brandon's team and Brandon has to play you, I'm telling Brandon all your fucking secrets. I'm telling him what you run. I'm telling him your calls. I'm doing all of that. If I'm gonna help the fucking team win, yeah, I'm gonna snitch out every fucking thing. Look, when Juice goes in motion that way, the ball's going to Kittle. If Juice goes in motion the other way, it's possibly going to him. Like, there's no reason that you hide shit like that. No, fuck that.
Not at all. Well, then I also. Can you do that stuff too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't sure. No, I was like, wait,
yeah,
I didn't touch it yet.
Hey, I have Mariah in the house. Me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. Old that dog, no liar. Hey man, look, I just want to say something real quick on Mariah. Mariah is probably one of the most humble podcasters out there.
Yes, for sure.
Like her last episode, man, was really sweet. Like she really truthfully appreciates the people that follow her. She does a giveaway every show. She's giving away, the cards and everything. I appreciate Mariah for everything that she does. I will always continually tune in. I will always hit the like button. If the show is a little long and I didn't get a chance to finish it, what's going on, Brian? We will stay grinding. Nothing but love to you, baby. And Mariah she's just a very humble person. She's really cool, man, and she does good work. She's got the intros and everything. And people out there, please support her because that is what she's doing now. Like that's what she does. And Mariah, if you need help setting up like a Patreon or something like that because you haven't gotten to be monetized, holler at me. I'll walk you through it. I set my own up when I did it, so it works out well for everyone.
Yo, speaking of that, I'm gonna have to ask you about that too because I want to set one up for our channel as well.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
But yes, I agree with Deon. Mariah is killing it out there. I love watching her podcast every single time she's on. I enjoyed them a lot. Her and TL are killing it like no other. So we really appreciate your content as well, Mariah. So, yeah.
Hey man, so who did you? Okay, so Lefty, did you see Nick Bosa give that nice little chip to Mr. Cook there?
I did.
I did. And that's not even full speed.
Let me see if I can find it.
Just going for defensive player of the year this year. I think he's pretty pissed that they didn't give him comeback player of the year.
Did you hear his dad on 97.5 The Game? Yo, Pops was playing.
They didn't even give him one fucking vote for that.
So I have a little clip about Nick Bosa. Speaking of Nick Bosa, let's. I'm gonna go ahead and share it real quick. Give me a sec. Do this. Share screen. Screen 2. Boom. All right, I'm gonna mute myself so it doesn't echo.
Okay.
Nick Bosa said he was going to come back even better. I don't know how he did or how he would, but did he?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, his rookie year, he got hurt like the first week, and we didn't get to see him all at camp. And he was going into week 1, barely healthy. And his second year, we had COVID camp. It wasn't even a real camp. We didn't see each other the whole off season. And then he tore his ACL in week 2. So he didn't get any camp last year. So he really hasn't had a camp since we've been here or a healthy off season. This season he was healthy in off season. He came to camp ready to go. instead of just rehabbing. So he's able to work on some things, and to have him out there and practice through camp. Players always get better when they are healthy in the off season and when they can practice. And this is the first time Nick's been able to do that. So I think that will help him. But if he doesn't do that stuff, I think he's proven he's pretty good also. So it's a good situation we got.
He's going to be a fucking monster this year.
So what are your thoughts?
Dude,
my
defensive
thoughts.
player of the year.
I feel bad for every offensive line that has to play us, and I feel bad for your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the way I see it. He's going to be lining up next to Kinlaw most of the time. Kinlaw's healthy and just, dude, he's going to fucking eat. Guys, dude, they're going to try to have to double team him at times, and then it's going to free up Bosa, or Bosa's going to take up the double team, and Kinlaw's going to get a straight shot to the quarterback.
I'm going to tell you right now, and then that frees up Armstead too.
I know, dude. And then, oh man, third downs on a passing down is going to suck for defenses, dude. For offensive lines, our defense is going to be.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I feel bad for Fields week 1.
Dude, I'm praying for his life. I'm literally praying for his life every day, because he's going to die that first game. We're going to literally murder him on the field. You think Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times? Justin Fields could possibly be sacked like 34. And I know that's ridiculous.
Every other drop back.
Like every other drop back.
Oh, dude,
speaking of which, did you guys see Justin Fields run for his life yesterday against the Seahawks?
Did not.
I heard about it.
It was bad, dude.
The O-line is trash.
I feel so bad for him, man. Like, oh my god.
And see, here's the real thing that kicks Justin Fields square in the ass. He's with a new regime. They didn't pick him.
Yep.
And usually when that happens to a quarterback, you usually wind up on the short end of the stick. Don't believe me? See Josh Rosen. What happened? He came in. I believe he came in with Steve Wilkes. I believe it was Wilkes that was the head coach.
Uh-huh.
When he was drafted. And they shafted both of them. The minute Cliff Kingsbury got hired, what was the first thing they did? Ship Josh Rosen right the fuck out of town. And they had the number 1 pick, and Cliff Kingsbury held true to what he said he would do. If I got the first pick, I'm taking Kyler Murray. First pick, Kyler fucking Murray. And now that little short fuck is making $43 million a year.
Doesn't
do
even
nothing. And he can't even, and he does, and they said, now they, did you see them try to dial that back? Oh, it was a joke. We didn't really mean it. No, y'all meant that shit. That's the whole point of it. Especially our secondary can cover guys, so it'll make QBs hold on to the ball longer, which lead to more sacks. Defense is scary. Look,
it's going to lead to more
sacks in the first fucking week of training camp. 10 interceptions, my bad. If there's 10 interceptions in the first week of training camp, what do you think we're going to do to Justin Fields?
Yeah.
What's Lance going to do to a shitty defense, because he's been practicing against the best defense in the NFL?
This is like the perfect layup. See, here's what I'll tell you. You can build this game up. Oh, yes, the fuck you can. You can build this game up in ways you cannot imagine. Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Ohio State, North Dakota, Lance was the operative guy. Like you can build a storyline with this to make people intrigued. But here's the issue. You're not going to be intrigued if you're a Bears fan, because you know your quarterback is set up for failure. You're intrigued if you're a Niners fan, because you're going to watch Trey Lance's fucking you're going to watch his confidence skyrocket through the roof, because he's going to wind up just destroying people.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't see anybody on that defense that's going to give me a problem.
Do you know which player are probably most excited for on the defense?
Mm-hmm.
It is Kinlaw, dude. I can't. When his
bro,
healthy,
he is massive.
Bro,
he was running over that O-line. Did you see that video?
But his six pack like fucking is like pops. Oh my god, dude, that guy's a fucking monster.
Hey, he is. That's a large individual. I'll tell you right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So my last season I played on Madden, I broke the sack record with just Javon Kinlaw. I had 24 and a half sacks from that interior. I was mauling centers and guards. Like the young man is ready, and I think honestly, the ceiling for Kinlaw is like 15 sacks. The floor would be like 8 to 10. But I think what they do is they wrote that right side opposite Nick Bosa. I think they rotate people. I think you're going to see some Samson Ebukam. I think you're going to see some Kerry Hyder. I think you'll see a little bit of Drake Jackson. I think they're going to continue to rotate guys. That's going to be the thing. Yes, 49ers throwback. You are correct. Trey did slide. Everybody loved that.
That was his first time.
That was his first time, and people were like, no, the man is serious. He ain't never slid in his life because he's too busy bowling people over. Now, mind you, it was a preseason game, so I'm okay with the slide. But in the regular season, that's a DB, man. Lower the boom on his punk ass. Run him over, man.
He will. He's going to run somebody over one of these days, and people are going to be like, oh, fuck.
I'll tell you this. If someone is between Trey Lance and the end zone and it's the game, he is not sliding.
No.
People, he's going to fucking
He's a big
murder.
Fucking Joey.
I want someone to talk to me the way Deon talks about fucking Joey. Always with this shit, man.
Oh my god.
Dude,
okay.
If that guy stays healthy though this year, god fucking damn.
Oh yeah, he has unlimited potential.
Good luck to those guards and centers trying to fucking
this guy. Okay, so look, this is my thing, and this is what I've done now. So if you don't know who Bobby Womack is, look it up. Bobby Womack has one of the most famous songs that he ever sung. It's called "If You Think You're Lonely Now." So, lonely now.
Wait, I heard you sing it, man.
See, I sing that every time he gets an INT, and it makes sense because I tell people, if you think you're lonely now, wait until Womack intercepts you. That's what's gonna happen every single time. And when he gets picks, I'm gonna keep singing this shit. That's my thing. I feel like he's the interceptions that I saw told me the kid is a star because they were contested interceptions. See, some dudes, they're just opportunistic. They're in the right place at the right time. I'm not going to, malign them for that or say they're wrong. But some dudes, they just are. They're right. It's opportunistic. It is what it is. Him, no, he's going to literally try to rip the ball out your fucking hands. He doesn't care.
Yep.
And he's only 5'9". So that means he's just an inch taller than fucking Kyler Murray. So that's basically what it is. Going back to you, throwback. Nobody's gonna double Nick Bosa and Javon.
No way, they're running over that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Think about it like this: if you double Nick, if you force your line to focus on Nick Bosa and Javon Kinlaw, Eric Armstead, Samson Ebukam, Charles Omenihu, Kamoko Toure, Jordan Willis, Kevin Givens, all of those guys are still going to sack your fucking quarterback. If you take those two out of the equation, you think you've done something. You haven't. Have you seen Drake Jackson's bend? That is Dwight Freeney-esque. If nobody's in here has ever watched Dwight Freeney,
Dwight was the man, dude.
Look him up. The man he had the greatest bend and flex you've ever seen in your life.
He can be standing straight up, dude, and bend down and put his hand on the ground and get by a guy.
Automatic.
Fuck, dude. Freeney just be like, and then just bend his body, put his hand on the ground, and he's past the tackle like nothing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, so just real fast for the people in the chat, Deon and myself both have our YouTube channels going right now live.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody can't see the other, it's probably because one's in one and the other's in the other. So just a heads up. But while you're at it, hit that like, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying?
right. You know, we on that like and subscribe button. That's what we
Yes.
talking about.
Yes.
But when it comes to this game versus the Vikings, I think we see a lot of the backups from the 49ers standpoint. I honestly think the Vikings will probably play their starters for a series or two, and that'll be a good barometer for us to be able to measure what we've got. I don't mind seeing backups play because it makes sure that I understand the depth that we have on our squad, because we all know who our starters are. That's a foregone conclusion.
Yes.
Honestly,
We all know and understand.
regular season just start. I'm over this fucking preseason bullshit, anyways.
Hey man, I have to know who's gonna back up the guys if they go down. We've already had several injuries. You know what I'm saying? I think so. We got Jimmy Ward. He's dealing with a hamstring. Elijah Mitchell, hamstring. Charvarius Ward, hamstring. I think Emmanuel Mosley, I think, is the same thing. So
Mosley's back though.
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's back.
Yeah, he's on light duty, but he's back.
Is. Yeah.
So he'll most likely be ready for week 1. I think they keep Charvarius Ward out the whole preseason and just let him heal up and then let him go week 1. I think they do the same thing with Eric Armstead because he had an MCL sprain, not a tear, but a sprain. So they'll probably just keep him out until the season starts. Certain guys don't need to practice. They already know the system.
I wonder if Verrett will be back week 1 or if it'll be a couple weeks into the season.
I think it might be a couple weeks.
I think, yeah. I think
he tore his ACL week 1 and he's still not going to be.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah, a year later.
I'm going to pull a John Lynch. We're encouraged with this progress.
Dude, Nick Bosa came back faster with his torn ACL, and he's way harder on his.
Nick Bosa's a fucking cyborg.
Yeah,
that's
but
the reason why he came back. That motherfucker's bro. He was in his mama's womb running D-line drill.
You see how massive his damn legs are?
Oh my god!
Yeah. I'm telling you right now. Look, man, I'll take it a step further, and I'm gonna say pause ahead of time. Nick Bosa was in his daddy's ball sack as a sperm, trying to sack the other sperm. That's literally how it works. And please hit play.
All right,
please
here we go.
For all you naysayers out there, for all you motherfuckers that think that we ain't doing shit, and all of you, sportscasters and everything out there on national television out there talking shit about my Niners, let me tell you something. Chris Canty been on the train from day one, and he's gonna tell you why right now.
Somebody got a bitch slap fucking Colin Cowherd when fucking Lance is run the MVP fucking front runner.
Hit that button and beat us.
One bold prediction. If you haven't heard me say it before, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. They will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I believe in Trey Lance. More importantly, I believe in Kyle Shanahan getting the most out of the players on this team. They have a really good offensive line, a top 5 run game, a top 5 skill position core, and a top 5 defense. All of the pieces are in place for the 49ers, not only to win their division, but actually do damage once they get into the postseason.
How nuts would it be fucking Lance versus fucking Allen in the Super Bowl? Fuck.
I'm going to tell you right now, our defense better back the hell up because Josh Allen be throwing bombs. And
he's so fucking good, dude. He's my favorite quarterback to watch.
Here's the other issue with Josh Allen. That's a hell of a lot of a human being to tackle. I know Nick Bosa's big. I know Javon Kinlaw big. But
that's how Lance is built, too.
If you ever seen Josh Allen run, he can give a fuck how big you are. He'll lower that shoulder and try to run your ass over.
He's the definition of a corn-fed motherfucker, dude.
He's the reason that they don't have a run game because he is the run game.
He's a farm dude. He's a farm boy, dude. He's built like a farm boy.
Oh yeah,
big and strong as fuck.
Probably shake your hand and break the motherfucker.
Built like a brick.
Yep.
Did you get that one?
Okay, let's see. He says the real question, T-Jack 478, what's going on? He says the real question is how many offensive linemen and running back will they keep on the final 53 since there are a few players nicked up? So to answer that question, okay, yeah, go ahead, Lefty. You answer, and then we'll
go. I'll do the running backs. It'll be obviously Mitchell, Sermon, and then it's going to be the rookie.
TDP.
Yeah, they're only going to keep 3.
So the offensive linemen, I will tell you right now, they're probably going to keep 8 to 9, roughly. Daniel Brunskill, I honestly believe he makes the team, but he is our gadget guy because Brunskill can play anywhere across the line. It doesn't matter where you ask him to play.
He could play. He could just go
wherever.
play right tackle.
He can do whatever we need him to do. So if McGlinchey isn't ready and they're not sold on Jalen Moore, they will put Daniel Brunskill at right tackle.
I'd rather that than anything because he's actually.
And I'm okay with that because Daniel Brunskill is a way better pass protector than Mike McGlinchey ever is. And it's nothing. And people, when we say certain things about Mike McGlinchey, it's not that we don't like him. It's that we understand what he is.
He's a run.
We've seen it for years. He is a fantastic run blocker. God, don't run the ball with Mike McGlinchey because he's going to run you over. He will maul you. He's not a great pass protector. He's improved, but he's just not where we would like him to be.
His feet are too slow.
But B-Dubs, you got something queued up there, buddy.
He honestly could move.
Oh, yeah.
He could like do a move to like.
I'm trying to find another.
And probably be good at it. I feel like if McGlinchey, especially because he's lost all that weight, he could probably move the tight end and do like the opposite thing that Staley did. Move the tight end, and he'd probably be good at it.
Yeah, there's a bit of a possibility, but the thing is I like Joe Staley I like Mike McGlinchey as a tackle. I don't think that man has no business trying to catch the ball. I don't think he has any aspirations of doing so. Now, Joe Staley was an athlete.
Yeah, that's true.
Full-on athlete, man. So
he's one of the best left tackles of all time.
He was one of the best left tackles of all, man. And I saw
how many left tackles could you see run and pull the way he could? I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, no, that athleticism is insane. I saw a picture of Alex Boone and someone else. Boone has lost a ton of weight.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's what I heard.
Was it Whitner?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Boone and Dante Whitner. Yeah, there was a picture of them out there, man. Boone's lost all that football weight.
Did he retire, Boone? Right?
Yeah, he retired. Yeah, he's not playing football no more, man. He's done. But yeah, I've seen him, and he looks good. He looks good. He slimmed down like Joe. Because you see how Joe slimmed down. He said he had to eat like a motherfucker just to keep that weight on to play left tackle because before he wasn't that big.
I wonder if because Mike, he's lost a lot of weight and put on a lot of muscle, so I wonder if that's going to help him with his pass blocking because he could probably move quicker.
We hope, man. We hope that Mike McGlinchey's pass blocking gets better, but, I mean, that's a toss-up. We don't really know. For me, I honestly just want to see the backup receivers. I know already the first 5. I think we cut Taysir Mack.
Yeah.
No. We cut Keyshawn Johnson.
I was surprised because he did pretty well last week.
Greatly.
Yeah. He went over the freaking defender's head and got that.
He mossed that dude. He literally mossed him. And that's confusing to me. Now, going back to the running backs, here's our problem. I'm going to tell you right now, this game, I think Jordan Mason goes off. Because all we have right now is Jermichael Hasty, TDP, and Jordan Mason. Jeff Wilson is probably not going to play.
You think we're going to keep 4?
I think, honestly, if you try to stash Jordan Mason on that practice squad, he's not clearing waivers.
Is he undrafted free agent?
Yes.
Was that okay?
But he's not clearing waivers. Somebody's going to pick him up.
Well, then, I mean, I could see keeping 4 because of the injury problem.
Mm-hmm.
3 would make more sense, but I could see Kyle going 4 because he's also if he's gonna rotate regardless and then go with the hot hand. Each game it could be different. We don't have a legitimate starting running back. Let's be honest.
No,
one of these guys could get hot in one game, and then Kyle's gonna ride with them until they're not.
You got Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell was a legit starting running back. His health was not last year, but you got to think about it. He only played 11 games and still almost had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, Kyle's going to try to keep him healthy, so he's not going to overdo it.
He's going to rotate him. Yeah, Kyle's always been a running back by committee type of person ever since we've seen him do anything. He had Devontae Freeman and he had Tevin Coleman. You know what I mean? I think the only time he had a true bell cow back was when he was in Houston with Arian Foster.
Yeah, I want to get Elijah Mitchell the ball when we know he's going to get it in space. We got to run in between the tackles. I don't really want to see him do that. I'd rather see TDP do that, Sermon do that. I'd rather see Elijah Mitchell when we know we're going to be stunting a lot and running the ball and a lot of
motion. TDP
TDP
could be a great goal line back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be really good at that because he likes to be.
He has really good vision, so his vision is going to come in handy at the goal line. And I'd rather, because like I said, I'd rather not use Mitchell at the goal line unless it's going to be like a sweep or something. He's going to get the corner because he's so fast. But like the more we can not have Mitchell running up the middle and in between the tackles where he could get hurt, the better. Like I think obviously we'll give it to him sometimes, and one of those times I think is when he's going to break one because he has that freaking breakaway speed. Mm-hmm. But the more we can get him the ball in space, the better I feel about his health. And then hopefully we can use the other backs we have to kind of be the bell cows inside in between the tackles. So that's what I'm hoping because I'm hoping we can keep Mitchell healthy because we're going to need him in the playoffs.
Hey, here's my here's my thing. So Pro Football Talk tweeted out earlier today that Lance absolutely finding a rhythm with his receivers. And mind you, too, this Lance to Danny Gray connection, that's gonna be scary. I'm telling you,
dude. Soon as because Lance, as soon as he sees like Danny Gray's gonna burn past the safety, or
he's going for it.
He's just like, okay, he's not even gonna fucking think about it. He's just gonna be like, ooh, I gotta air this ball out. Okay.
He burned freaking Patrick Peterson.
Oh yeah, he murdered him. Well, you got to think about it, man. Patrick Peterson ain't the Patrick Peterson that was in Arizona.
No,
he's not that same dude.
Now. He's old now.
He's a little slower. You know what I'm saying? He lost a little bit of a step. So, yeah, you're going to have that kind of an issue. I think, honestly, the game tomorrow is going to be a great game for us to watch. I think it's going to be super duper fun. It's going to be very intriguing to be able to take notes and see who should be the backups, who will be doing certain things. And honestly, it's going to give me a good idea of who's going to try to play opposite Nick Bosa because we got to see who those guys are. I mean, Teray, I like what he did the last game because he was everywhere. He seemed to be all over the field, like wherever the ball was, he was whenever he was in. So I like what he does.
I'm excited to see what.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I smell an interception coming. I smell another interception coming from Samuel Womack.
Hell yeah,
he's not playing, man. That little dude is out there to be the guy.
I smell a pick six because he had 2 interceptions that were almost pick sixes.
Well, no, that was one because the other one was Marcelino McCrary ball.
Oh yeah,
that was that one that got tipped up.
Right. One. You're right.
No, I thought his first one was the one he ripped out of the guy's arms.
Yes, that was
the first one. The second one was,
and the second one was just him basically running the route for the receiver and snatching it.
Yeah, that was actually a really pretty interception, though.
Yeah, that was horrible ball placement, just horrid ball placement. And then like with McCrary ball, his interception, like, do you see the protection on that? Mm-hmm. That's why he was able to get all them yards. They created a wall in front of him. Like he was out there running and everybody was there. Did you guys see Huff when he was mic'd up? Hey man, I don't care what nobody says. You gotta throw them T's up. Hey, lower
that hit
on that ass.
Oh my god, hit he did.
He's a beast, dude. I think he's gonna end up becoming one of the leaders of that defense too, along with
because he's vocal.
Yeah.
He's
a fucking badass.
What did you hear about him not listening to Kyle, John? I don't understand it.
It's been all over Twitter that I guess he hasn't been player that has been like basically like listening and all that stuff in practice and like training camp and all that stuff. And people are saying that's one of the reasons why they also cut him.
Well, he's a first round bust.
Yeah,
He was picked
I guess
by. I think he was picked by who?
Arizona.
Like the Cardinals in the first
Yeah.
round, and he's done nothing.
Yeah, I think that's why
He's never
Arizona
done
let
anything.
him go too, because
Yeah.
he's just very. He's not a. What do you call it?
He's
Like
not coachable.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Not coachable. Yeah, and you can't do that. You got to be coachable in any sport you play.
Yeah.
Because you can always continue to thrive. You can get better. You can be better.
But going back to the whole Danny Gray and freaking Lance thing, the fact that we saw that already on the second drive of preseason, which is what Kyle drafted him for in the first place, and we already fucking saw that shit right off the bat.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. They didn't really pan to Kyle, probably. But I could guarantee you Kyle is fucking besides himself because he knows what.
I don't care what nobody says. The funniest thing for me is that Kyle literally, there was a meme. That's where I was going. There's a meme out there that says when you finally see that your quarterback can throw more than 20 yards downfield. And they showed basically everybody when that touchdown pass, they showed like a bar and it was full of people and they showed that touchdown pass and saw everybody erupting. And that was the whole point of it. It's like, yes, we want, Kyle said stop laying out players and he wouldn't stop, so they cut him. I heard he was doing what? Well, I mean, yeah, you can't. It's practice, bro. We ain't in here to kill each other. That's the whole point. This ain't old school practice. Like, if he was in like the early 90s, they would have, loved him for that. Because that's when you went full go in practice. The NFL has changed. And you have to understand, hey, man, look, you can't consistently be out here hurting people, and we need bodies. I don't want to have to keep paying people left and right because you laying motherfuckers out. It's nice that you're doing it, but do it when we tell you to.
Yeah, for real.
And Kasarik, yes, that's a fact. Chris Kasarik does bring the best out of D linemen. You see what happened to Kerry Hyder when he left? Guarantee you Kerry Hyder had at least five to six sacks this year just off the rotation.
Hey, before we head out of here, we didn't really get to talk post game from last week's game, but just real quick, I haven't seen Kyle Shanahan smile so big after that Trey Lance touchdown to Gray.
Yeah, man.
He's smiling about what's to come.
It's because you want to see that. You don't want to sit there and watch your quarterback continually hit somebody over the middle, throw a little mid-range pass. Jimmy would have seen that shit downfield and not even look for it. How many times did we see Brandon Ayuk on the field having a fucking temper tantrum like a 2-year-old that didn't get some fucking candy because he was standing wide open and he wouldn't throw the fucking ball?
Mm-hmm.
Like, launch that shit, man.
That's the thing, though.
What? It's okay.
Ayuk gets wide open because of how well he can run routes.
Hey, and he's gotten better. That's the issue. He's gotten better.
Dude,
I'll tell you this.
He's going to – I can't wait.
This season is going to be bombs away.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Don't let these guys get open in the right space. He is going to be out there slinging that route because if you notice, Lance keeps his eyes downfield. Constantly. He ain't looking for the short shit. The dink and dunk is not what he wants to do. He don't want to do that. Lance wants to get the ball downfield and make big plays.
He wants to show off that arm. That's the thing, though. Is like even Kyle said, he's like, I don't care about the completion percentage if I get the big plays.
Yeah, like what makes the difference? I'm already in scoring position.
Give me the explosive plays. I don't care about the freaking lower completion percentage.
Trey Lance was 17 of 25 with 430 yards and 4 touchdowns. Do you think I really give a fuck about them 18 misses that he had? Nope. He threw 4 touchdowns. He didn't give me an interception. Motherfucker had almost 400 yards. You think I give 2 shits about the misses or possible drops? No. I don't give a fuck. I'm good.
Well, the crazy thing is this team is pretty similar to what it was last year when we made it to the NFC Championship. I
Oh.
feel like all Lance has to do is be like 10-15% better than Jimmy.
Yeah,
we're gonna kick
Terradome.
everybody's ass.
Yeah, Terradome. Yeah, man, them fucking routes. Those fucking
dude,
routes.
There's no way in hell when Juice is that wide open that fucking Lance is gonna miss him. He's gonna hit him right in the hands.
Hey, I'll tell you this, 49ers throwback. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the number 10. Same thing he did to us. We're gonna fuck him. We're gonna fuck him with no Vaseline. We're gonna hold his punk ass until the last cut day, and then we're gonna cut him.
Did you see what York said though?
Job.
York said they had no problem. York said they had no problem keeping him.
York's a fucking idiot.
I think York's trying to get that trade. Let's be honest. He's like, fucking somebody come and get him.
Yeah, you're not helping. Nobody.
That was York's one last
that we're selling.
Hey, this is the response to York's comment that he made. Okay. Legend gift.
Which pick was that? Was that when we took Drake Jackson?
Yes.
Because who did we want? Who did we want, Deon? I know we wanted the same guy.
I think we wanted the same guy, but I wanted a defensive back.
That's right. Me too. That's right. I wanted the DBs.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's basically the reaction to Jed York.
Oh, dude, that's
York. Look, do what you do on the team, man. On the team. Don't go out here talking about shit because you don't. Here's the thing. No one in this world is buying the bullshit that we're selling about Jimmy Garoppolo. They didn't buy that shit the offseason before the draft. They didn't buy it after the draft. They aren't buying it now. So what makes you think they're going to be dumb enough to do it this time? Let me tell you another thing. He's not going to Cleveland. They gave Deshaun Watson 11 games. Deshaun Watson will be back in game 12.
Bro, he's going to Seattle.
He will. Yeah, once he hits free agency, he can go up there. Now, Shannon Sharp, him and Skip Bayless were talking about. I'm so glad I clipped that out. Oh, that was you with that bullshit, Joey?
Yeah, that was Joey.
Oh, God damn it. But
Joey.
It's a situation where so Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless were doing their show, and they were talking about the situation with Deshaun Watson. So, Shannon, well, listen here, Skip. I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I think he's better than Jacoby Brissett. So, if they brought Jimmy Garoppolo in, I think he could take that team, and they'd have a better record, than what Jacoby Brissett has brought. Jimmy Garoppolo was 33-14 as a starter, and Jacoby Brissett's like 14-23. So that tells you right there that Jimmy Garoppolo is the better quarterback. So, all that bull jive that everybody else is talking about.
That bull jive.
We need Jimmy Garoppolo to be in Cleveland to hold them up. Like, Cleveland would be dumb as shit to pay Jimmy Garoppolo stupid ass any fucking money to go there and do nothing. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I am going to keep it a buck. Oh yeah, Skip. I'll tell you this. If I'm Jacoby Brissett and you tell me you are bringing Jimmy Garoppolo in, trade me. Trade me or cut me. I'm not about to sit behind this punk motherfucker again so he can have a fucking prissy ass moment. I got a broken nail. I have to go. I can't play, coach. You told me this today. We have a game in like 5 hours. I'm sorry, coach. This nail is just a hangnail, but it hurts. Really? That's what the fuck we're doing?
Oh, fucking Christ.
Oh, yeah,
they're going to cut his ass. We knew it forever.
Yeah, a lot of teams are saying, like, they'll wait for the Niners to cut him before they'll get him, because that's half of the contract and everything,
That's okay, though. Go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah.
I can give two shits about you going ahead and picking them up after the fact. You're not getting anything. You're getting a mid-tier quarterback. I will not say Jimmy Garoppolo is trash. He's mid-tier. He's not elite. He doesn't have elite arm talent. Adam fucking Silver, you dumbass, you. So there's nothing that you can really do with him.
You say Adam Silver? You mean Mike
You
Silver?
see the shit he freaking put?
I stopped paying attention after he said that Jimmy Garoppolo had elite arm talent. That just made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like I truthfully, I will never understand that, because if Jimmy Garoppolo had elite arm talent, Trey Lance wouldn't exist. Keep it a buck.
True.
If he did, Trey Lance wouldn't exist. You know why? Because he would have hit Emmanuel Sanders in stride. We would have had a Super Bowl. We'd have had our sixth party. We'd have been looking for 7.
Can I just point one thing out? Even though it's only year 2, we're already starting to see how right I was about fucking Zach Wilson. When I was fighting motherfuckers off, saying you guys are all fucking dumb, know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. Hey, look.
They even talk about it in the media now. They're like, oh, he it's not like he comes back from injury and he's fucking good. They're like, he's still fucking playing like shit. I'm like, well, fucking tried to tell everybody, motherfucker's decision making is shit.
I'm glad we went with Trey Lance.
And the funny thing is like everybody said, okay, well, if Zach Wilson gets hurt, then he's going to go to the Jets. No, he's not. You know why Jimmy Garoppolo never's going near the Jets? Because they got Joe Flacco. You mean to tell me I'm going to take
Flacco's a better quarterback than fucking Wilson?
I'm going to take a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yo, I heard.
And I'm going to trade him for a Super Bowl losing quarterback? Fuck out of here, bro.
I heard Flacco was on fire, I guess, in just joint practices.
That's why they're not panicking.
Yeah.
It's easy to just run with Flacco for a couple of games. Like, you got to think about it. If you have a backup that's won a fucking Super Bowl and still has enough left in the tank to hold you over until that young kid can come back in, you're not trading for fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. Why? For what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. He does. Jimmy Garoppolo does shit that rookies do.
Yeah.
Every mistake that Trey Lance
interception
every mistake that he makes, mark my words, every single mistake that he makes will wind up being a situation that Jimmy Garoppolo was in. And you know the difference between him and Jimmy? You can give Trey a pass for that because he's technically a rookie. But you can't give Jimmy a pass for that because he's a fucking vet.
Here's how you sum up Jimmy Garoppolo. His final throw as the Niners an interception.
Facts.
That's true. That's big facts.
That is the mic drop of all mic drops right there.
Boom.
Your final throw. Your final throw was the worst throw of your fucking 49er career. You are sacked. You are literally being taken to the ground. And you try with all your might to flip the ball to Jermichael Hasty. Now, if Jermichael Hasty was Juwan Jennings, maybe the ball is caught. Because Jermichael Hasty is like 5'6", and Juwan Jennings is like 6'4". You can't throw a ball to a motherfucker that's 5'6" like he's 6'4". There's a gap. It doesn't work like that. If you're getting sacked, you know what we had? Another down. You know what else we had? A timeout. These are things that could happen.
Yeah.
Every time somebody says Jimmy led the Niners to this and led the Niners to that, I'm like, no, Jimmy went on the ride with the Niners to that.
Yes.
Jimmy was along for the ride in the playoffs, and he was along for the ride in most of the regular season games. I tell people all the time, you don't believe me? Look at his stats in our games. Do you know that Jimmy Garoppolo didn't even throw a touchdown pass in the first game he ever played for us? We won that game off Robbie Gould's leg. These are facts. You don't believe me? Go look it up.
How many passing touchdowns does he have in the playoffs?
4.
Many.
He has 4 because he had 1 in the Super Bowl and he had 2 versus the Rams. I think he had I don't think he had 1. He didn't have 1 versus the Vikings, did he? I don't know. Now I'm curious. See, you didn't spark my intrigue.
We'll look it up and we'll talk about it next time.
What
Yo, before we
on
end
the wrong
this
keyboard.
as well, I really want to show this video that Pat McAfee said.
I was watching that live today because I watch his
taking
show every day.
taking shots at fucking Grant Cohn.
Oh yeah, that shit was funny.
The San Francisco 49ers are a fucking monster. Got a good video of him walking off the practice field, I assume in Minnesota, shirtless. He was the man that got in a fight with that bum-ass reporter, Grant Cohen. And Grant Cohen, obviously 4'2". This dude is a freak.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How cool would that be,
I
AJ?
fucking love that so much.
Are you serious?
How much fun would that be? And, you know, he is on record as stating that a reporter who talked massive amounts of shit about him said that when he walked up on him, he was cold as ice, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I can see why, by the way. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's many people that aren't cold as ice as soon as they see Javon Kinlaw. He's moving up in my rankings of greatest athletes on earth. Just from that one walk-off video, it's great to see. Absolute dope. Javon.
Yeah,
Hey,
Javon is. Did you
that-
see him?
Dude,
How do you make
it's
Samson
crazy.
Ebukam look small? Because I believe that's who he was walking with.
Yeah.
And Ebukam is like ripped to the max. That motherfucker's like somebody chiseled his body out of clay. He's ripped. And then Javon
Hey.
Kinlaw out there, this is insane.
Yo, and then also too is shout out to Steph because that was actually her video that she shared and made it onto the
Oh,
Pat
awesome.
McAfee show.
Dude.
Oh, so
Fucking-
Jimmy
Go
Garoppolo,
ahead.
Jimmy Garoppolo in the playoffs. He is 80 for 132 with a 60% completion percentage, 962 yards, 137 yards per game, 4 TDs, 6 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 74.1. He
Fucking
took
terrible.
8 sacks. It's pretty pathetic.
Yep.
And so you have 4 touchdowns total, and you played in 6 playoff games.
That's rough. And that's including the Super Bowl too.
That's including.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. That's just. It's horrible. And yeah, Terradome said it best right there.
Go ahead.
You know, and you got to do this in the Marlon Wayans white chick's voice. Abysmal. When he was talking. When he was talking to Terry Crews about playing basketball.
I can't.
Oh,
You remember that shit? You remember when he was doing that? They were talking at the table. He was like, I'm a high school forward in the league. And he went through and see, you gotta that's what Jimmy does. Jimmy goes, I'm 4-2 in the playoffs. And you know what you do? Go ahead.
every time Jimmy does something stupid and Kyle wants to choke him out, and Kyle's fucking reaction is, "Ah, fuck, hold my poodle, hold my poodle."
Oh my poodle.
That's the fucking best line from the movie. Hold my poodle, hold my poodle.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Would you want some of this? You want some of this? I'll take on the ball for you. Like he was really.
Oh, hey, the best part. Oh, you want to talk about mamas?
Mothers. He said, doesn't he say mothers? You want to
Yeah.
talk about
and
mothers?
he's like, your mama so old when she breastfeed, it comes out like this. And it was like, baby powder. He said, what else did he say? He said, your mama's so stupid, she went to Dr. Dre for a pap smear. Oh my God, Dr. Dre, my pussy's doing the beatbox.
I fucking
See, look, this is, I'm about to give it to you right now. Watch. So this is Jimmy when he's at dinner with his little porn star girlfriend. Did you see me in the playoffs? Lady, I'm 4-2. Really? Let's take a look at your stats. So 60% completion percentage, pretty simple. 962 yards, no one cares. In 6 playoff games, you have 4 TDs and 6 interceptions. Abysmal. That's it. Your stats are trash in the playoffs. You rode the coattails of everyone else. There is no hope. So it is what it is.
Hey, watch this. Before we end it, I got one more freaking thing for you guys.
All
All right.
ready to go.
Making my way
Time.
downtown.
I can't.
Dude, when Terry rolls down the window and he's like,
Somebody said, and
And I need you.
And I
And I
miss
want. And now I wonder.
Oh no. The best part
"Oh,
in that
dude,
movie,
Terry."
the best part in that movie was when they was all riding in the car. Oh,
Yes.
this is my shit.
Yep.
Nobody's around. So I'm like, what? How y'all gonna write that into the movie now? Come on now, people.
I'm
What are we
fucking.
doing?
Lost you guys
Oh,
for a
man.
second.
Oh shit.
Hey,
All right.
take
Well,
it away, Brendan.
Well, that's our cue. Before we get out of here, I just want to say thank you for joining us and watching our show. We will
Oh
for
shit.
sure. What happened?
Fucking Joey. This is for sure getting
Shit.
Joey gonna turn me into a meme.
Bro,
your
your gift major for sure.
Is to find some clips.
Oh, dude,
and
he's gonna
turn
probably
me
get me.
into a fucking
He's probably
meme.
gonna get me with my tongue out and shit.
Bro, I'm gonna be stuck like Chuck, man. People gonna
Hey.
be looking like, yo, this motherfucker's crazy.
Hey, so
Dude, but the one where Deon's like, that's still the best.
all right. So before we head out, if you guys haven't yet already, go hit that like, subscribe button on our page
Boy,
for
what's
Faithful
happening?
Podcast and on Dion's page, Niner Gang Podcast. We will both be going live pre-game, post game on both channels. So keep a lookout on that. Hit that like, subscribe button once again. Go over to our Facebook page, Forever Faithful Podcast, like you see on the bottom of our screen. Instagram, Forever Faithful Podcast, spelled all the way out. We also have Twitter, FFPod49, and we also have TikTok. We're still trying to grow on TikTok as well. TikTok / Forever Faithful Podcast. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Deon, tell them where they can find you as well.
Y'all see the
And
name
Christian.
right there, Niner Gang Podcast. You can catch me on YouTube mainly. Catch me on Twitter. You can catch me on, Spotify, Apple, all the places that you get your stuff. Just type in Niner Gang Podcast, and I'm there. I am uploading all of my content through an extended website that will allow me to be able to post it there. So I hope that continues to help us to grow. I'm always here, man. I'm always be funny. I'm always be faithful, and I'm find ways to shit on Jimmy Garoppolo any chance I get because I don't really care for him. And Joey will always find clips of me doing crazy shit so he can laugh.
Yep. And also too, I want to shout out that we're also on the audio version, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, all the podcast platforms that you can find. We're all on there, Forever Faithful Podcast. Christian, before we head out, let them know where they can find you as well.
Oh, just
You know
on
what,
Twitter,
Joey? You can kiss my ass. I hope you
1680.
draft like Trent Baalke tomorrow. Joey gonna be in there. Oh, I don't know if I strapped a quarterback, or if I strapped a running back, or if I strapped defensive lineman. But
I'm gonna go with the guy that's
you know what I'm gonna do?
two torn ACLs in each knee.
I'm gonna draft a kicker. Wait, what
can't.
guy has torn both ACLs in each leg? That's my guy. We're gonna sit him. He's gonna redshirt him for the first year, and then after that, I don't know after that what's gonna happen, but that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's basically what's gonna go down. I hope you draft like shit too, Joey. God, believe me, I'm winning. I'm gonna win. Goddammit.
All right, Christian, go ahead.
Just left it 1680 on Twitter. You guys know that I tweet that much.
Yeah, we know.
I don't. To be fair, I don't use a lot of social media that much.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm just an old guy.
But
and I'm the oldest one on this fucking podcast.
I know, but I'm the one that least uses freaking.
Oh, dude, that's so
social media.
funny. Other than that, we'll be back for the post game after tomorrow's game. Hopefully, we'll have some guests on the show tomorrow night. So we'll see. But other than that, guys, till next time, go Niners.
Go
Niners.